Hi everyone, welcome back to Pillow Talk with Jaez. Since it's a new year, it's 2023. A lot of you might have come up with New Year's resolutions, hit the gym, do more, be productive. It got me thinking about the way we do things in our everyday life. We are busy, we're active. When was the last time you just took a moment and rested a bit? Has immense benefits to our well-being. We are being bombarded by constant impressions. Our minds and our bodies, our whole system tends to get overwhelmed. If you really want to be productive, reach your goals, fulfill your purpose, do all of the things that you want to do this year, contemplate this. Have you thought about how you get your highs? I'm not talking about drugs. I'm talking about cheap dopamine fixes. We constantly reach for our phones. Are you waiting for the bus? Are you just having a moment in between tasks? What are you doing? You reach for your phone, you scroll social media. So yeah, since you're watching this on YouTube, most likely, you are on your phone or on your computer. Have you given yourself the time to pause without phone, without calling a friend, without reading the magazine or on the back of the milk carton? Just be. And I know that can be a bit scary. We as humans, we have the tendency to avoid uncomfortable situations, emotions, feelings, and we tend to gravitate towards pleasure in order not to feel uncomfortable ourselves. Can you just allow whatever comes up to be there? Acknowledge what comes up. That can be rage, anger, sadness, grief, desire, whatever, and just be with that for a second. That's called emotional regulation, which not many of us are or have been taught to regulate or how to do that. And that's why we tend to seek comfort and pleasure and to soothe and avoid those negative feelings. Like, oh, let's just make things better. Let's not disrupt something. Sipping some coffee here in my living room. By the way, pro tip, put some honey in your coffee instead of sugar. So in order to be productive and to reach our goals and to accomplish things in life and to feel good, actually feel good without avoiding the negative emotions, but to help ourselves be the best versions of ourselves, right? We need rest. So passive rest, just be with yourself, breathe, acknowledge what's happening around you, also called mindfulness. Or active rest, which would then be exercising, doing something, but without an intended outcome, just doing for the sake of doing. It might feel a bit difficult. So if everyone around you is on their phones, notice this. If you're taking the subway or the bus or walking around town or just sitting in a room, you can be at dinner with your family even. We sit on our phones. We so long for connection, but we disconnect. So if we can't be with our own emotions, if we can't connect and communicate within ourselves, how then can we expect to communicate and connect with another? And then people ask themselves, oh, why all these disruptions with the partner, with a friend? Start by communicating with yourself. And it might feel very, very uncomfortable at first. Oh, well, what am I gonna do? So since we tend to reach for anything that suits us in the moment, which can be food, which can be coffee, again, drugs, it could be another person, escapism. So to avoid negative emotion and not feel it, so as to suppress it. And whatever we suppress, it's still there. If you reject it, it persists, right? Being busy is not the same as being productive. If you have a goal, if you have a vision, if you have something you want to accomplish, there needs to be rest. Schedule it in even. All the most successful people, they actually prioritize rest and time off as to regain focus, clarity, and a broad spectrum, a rest that is not focused, but you just soak your environment in. Integrate, and then all these great ideas and solutions might emerge. If you really feel good, have a sense of well-being, you will do better. You will be a better person. Not that I'm implying or saying, oh, reach for self-improvement and read self-help books and that constant quest of healing and being better all the time. No, that's not what I'm saying. You're perfect as you are, as well as you could also improve and grow and expand your awareness and consciousness and improve your health. If you have one life, live it. It's really, what can you do for you to really live your life to full extent? Feel your breath. I am alive. Feel your own skin. What does rest do? Since we're constantly in this society today, stressed, we're on our way, we're doing shit and getting shit done, and all the motivational, be productive, hustle, and so forth. We are on a constant high of cortisol, adrenaline, which kind of, takes a toll on the adrenal glands, on your nervous system, on your overall well-being. These cheap dopamine hits, they don't last. It's like a hit of caffeine. If you're a smoker, like, oh, I just gotta have a cigarette. Food, feels better. Seeking the pleasure to soothe something that you cannot hold right now. By slowing down and just intentionally, okay, I am going to wash my hair. I'm gonna feel the shampoo, the water. How does it feel on my skin? What's my breath like? Is it in my chest? Is it in my stomach? How does this sweater feel? Just be mindful of where you are in your everyday. That can instantly lower the cortisol, the adrenaline, and increase levels of oxytocin, serotonin. Taking a walk without your phone or without distractions, or having a sip of coffee. Well, at first, it won't feel like, oh, this feels super nice. Over time, with practice, you will build your dopamine stamina, if you will, keeping at it with consistency, of course. So dopamine detox, firstly, slowly but surely, and then build up your resilience and your capacity to actually take in the good dopamine. Go hug a tree, just touch a tree with the palms of your hand. With neuroplasticity, we're able to retrain and rewire our brains for new and healthier habits. So what does neuroplasticity mean? You might have heard the term. Plasticity means the ability to adapt or change to an experience, and neuro, refers to neuron, which we have in our brains, and that's the cells, the building blocks to our brain and nervous system. At the age of 3, we have about 15,000 neurons that wire together. So we're malleable, we're formable. We can learn anew. We're like sponges. And when we reach adulthood, that's cut into half, about 7,000 to 8,000. And why is that? That's because we just don't use them. Simple as that. So the parts of your brain that you don't use, they kind of die off. And the parts that you do use, they get stronger. And people talk about biohacking and stuff, but it's really simple if you break it down. We do that synaptic pruning, many difficult words. That is building new pathways, basically, and strengthening the existing ones or strengthening new ones. We tend to get a headache or perceive that things are difficult and hard in adulthood to learn new. It's because it is. So the brain gets less and less plastic as we grow. Plasticity does not imply plastic or static. It just means formable, so we can change it, or flexible. How do we improve our neuroplasticity? By enriching our environments, new experiences, new opportunities to grow, learn, see something new, challenge ourselves, play, be creative, learn to play an instrument, read, write. We prime our brains to actually absorb this new information. Well, this is where rest comes in. Take a step back, rest, sleep. Sleep is super important. Exercise regularly. Nutrition. How do you feed yourself? What do you put in your body? Have fun, laugh. Your imagination. Also mindfulness and meditation, which increases gray matter in the brain and your brain grow. And if you don't meditate, don't know how to, don't force yourself. It's not about that. Be mindful. Just be mindful. Okay, I'm drinking this amazing coffee and I'm just taking that in. It doesn't have to be more difficult than that. Be there. Be present. Because we only have the now moment. We're always, oh, what am I going to do later? What's for dinner? Tomorrow. What is right now? Because the future and whatever's coming after this will just also be another now moment. If you focus on the future, you will miss that now moment. So you will kind of miss the future. Dendrites are the small arms at the end of your neurons that reach for each other. So increase the dendrites, the ability for your neurons to actually reach each other as to form a strong bond. Creation of new neural pathways. Neurogenesis most often also happens in the hippocampus, which is our part in the brain and the limbic system and the gray matter, which is in charge of spatial awareness, sorting information from short-term to long-term memory. That area, the dendrites need to grow so we can remember what we learned and actually continue doing that. Hebb's rule in neuroscience. Neurons that fire together, wire together. To form a new habit. Some say it takes 21 days, some say it takes a lifetime, some say you can't. If you decide, okay, quitting smoking, the change is instant. Like really, really invest in yourself. 2023, without these big New Year's resolutions, I'm going to do this, that, and 10,000 different things. Invest in yourself by being present, intentional, choosing for yourself. This is the life I want to live. This is the person I want to be. Would my future self be proud of me? Maybe start by tuning out of all the external, all the white noise, all the imprints, impressions that we are constantly bombarded with in the news feed and the Facebook feed, Instagram feed, TikTok, you name it, to what are my sensations telling me? What's my body telling me? As within, so without. It's mirrored. It's always mirrored. Do I feel anxiety? Am I cold? Am I hot? Am I hungry? Sometimes when we actually are tired, we think we are hungry, so we reach for food. Or what do I need? And if you don't know, start with one thing. Can you see a pattern of when am I hungry? How does my body, my being signal to me when I'm tired, when I'm hungry? And connect to that. Just be with that for a second. By improving the relationship to yourself, you will improve all the circumstances around you as well. And I want to challenge you. The beginning of the year. So instead of aiming for that big goal, that mountaintop, let's start with one thing. So for the next 7 days, I want you to take 10 minutes, not more, 10 minutes out of your day intentionally. Do something without distraction, without reaching for something to soothe you or to distract you or to fill a void. Leave your phone at home, go for a walk, or in the shower, but really feel the water, or when you drink your coffee, or when you're in the gym exercising, or at work. Just increase it little by little. If you miss a day, continue the next day. But consistency is key here. To rewire your brain, to help yourself to be more productive, to be more rested, well-regulated, balanced, to live your life fully. 10 minutes a day, what can you do? Can you give yourself space for? If you don't have any ideas, if you don't know where to begin, how to do it, please do reach out and I will happily help you out and support you. We do this together. Remember, rest helps you digest all the impressions, everything that you want to do. So integrate all the best solutions to any problem will emerge in those moments. Allow. So get out of your own way, allow yourself to feel yourself, connect to yourself, form new habits. I try to explain kind of how the neuroscience behind it works to increase your oxytocin, serotonin, and the real deal, the dopamine that does not fade away and that needs more and more and more, but you can keep it at a consistent level. Live a life where we are our own sources of well-being, health, life. That was everything for today. Thank you so much for these precious, precious minutes of your life and your day to take part in this hopefully educational or thought-provoking or emotion-provoking content. I hope it sparks your curiosity to explore. If you have questions, I'm here, just reach out. So the challenge, 7 days, 10 minutes a day, create the space for you. Until next time, Pillow Talk with Jaez. I'm gonna continue my coffee and I hope to see you soon again. Take care, ciao.